Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I will strictly keep to the time. That's my promise. So because we are talking of build fast, so I think I can demonstrate some speed in finishing my session. Just a bit of what is fast or what is speed has to do with affordability. In construction, I haven't put the data here because it's more about our products, which we will go through. Most projects do not finish worldwide on time. And therefore, the projects which do not finish on time also do not finish on budget. So there is a cost overrun and there is a time overrun most of the time. So that is what we are trying to figure out, and we seems to have figured out, is that if we can build fast, we can be on budget, and therefore it brings in that affordability fact. Mostly ignored, but I think the most vital part. So it's not great innovation. If you do it in the time that you have allotted it, if you do it in 50% of the time, you tend to save a lot of money. So building fast does mean building affordable. And I think today's discussion and tomorrow's discussion is all about building affordable. And therefore we say build fast, build affordable, build with steel. So Mabati Rolling Mill is a company which is one of the largest companies in Kenya. Safal Group is one of the largest group in East Africa. We make steel coils, we make steel roofings, and we are into building solutions. What I'm going to be talking about is a roofing solution for the affordable housing. So we have done work in Eastern Africa. We have done affordable housing in Rwanda. We have done it here in Kenya. A lot of them. We have been in business for over 60 years now, and we keep on bringing the new products as we go ahead in the innovation map. Okay, so thank you very much, and so our motto is build fast, build affordable, build with steel. In the morning when PS was addressing, he addressed a very, very pertinent fact that the timber logging has been banned in Kenya. And therefore, the trusses, the roof trusses, which are mostly, or which were mostly using timber, suddenly, you can't build them out of timber. So there has to be a viable, affordable option for you to build the housing truss. So it does not have problems what are normally associated with timber. But let me just stop and answer a question which right now must be coming in a lot of people's mind, which is cost. Normally people associate steel as a costly material, and not only here, worldwide. When you look at one-to-one, yes, steel is costly, but how do you make use of steel can make it much cheaper. And the technology that we use here in designing the trusses makes it, in fact, for a typical house, not more expensive than timber. Now that could be a surprise to many of you, but we have done calculations that for a given house, using steel trusses, which is ultra span, would not be more costlier than timber trusses, irrespective of the roof that you want to put on the top, which remains a constant on whatever roof you choose. Complete safety in terms of everything comes pre-engineered. You don't have to cut or put the nails at the site. You don't really require some small manufacturing unit at a site. It's totally pre-engineered. It's very fast. So just to give you the estimate of time, if you were to start 2 houses roofing work at the same time above the beam, then a steel truss, which is the ultra-span truss, can be put in about 60% of the time then compared to a timber truss. So you save 40% of the time. And time is money. So it makes it even more affordable. You don't have problems which are generally associated when you use timber, which is biggest is fire. So there is no fire that can destroy a steel truss. You also have termite issues, you have other timber issues which we are all aware of. More than the fire and everything, I go back to our PS's opening remarks today. You do not destroy environment around us. On one side, we all talk of green and environment and keep on planting trees. On the other side, if you use timber trusses, we are cutting much more than what we are planting. So this, in a way, is also sort of going to ensure that we are also building responsibly. We are building fast, but we are also building responsibly. So these are typical problems associated with timber trusses, timber structures, and also the heavy gauge steel trusses. It's like there's no fabrication which is involved with the light gauge trusses of ultraspan. They can be used as the framework for mounting solar panels, and these are some of the examples that the steel trusses along with the roofings can be used. Some of them are affordable housing. I think I'll just point out the one on the bottom right is an affordable housing project wherein the steel trusses have been used and a particular kind of metal roofing is going to be put on this. So there are various kinds of trusses projects which can be seen around Kenya, and this should bring me to the end of my presentation, which had to be fast enough. Thank you.